Hello.
Who says waiting?
No, no.
Can
Oh,
they hear us?
yeah,
Can they hear
yeah. I
us?
started. I started.
Oh, okay, wait.
It's all
Maybe I need to
good.
refresh the page.
Yeah.
Food. Yeah, it still says waiting, so I don't know.
Hello.
Wait, there we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you guys hear us?
Hello.
Hello.
It started.
Yeah, I started. Sorry,
Hello.
some mess up right there. All right. Oh, okay,
Hello.
good. The chat noticed us.
I'm
Good, I see you.
I'm glitching
Yay.
out a bit. Hold up. Remember, I'm using a really slow PC right now. It's not really.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, it started. Well, hello everyone. That's good. That's good.
All right.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello,
guys.
everyone.
Okay. Well, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Weee. I helped you do some of the art for KS, and you guys can go.
We'll go in order of the sprites that you have listed, so I'll go next. I'm Gabby. I provided art for Katawa Shoujo, but mainly the male characters in game.
Hi, I'm Lee. Oh, I'm not Lee. I'm Moekki. And
Moekki.
I drew Shizune, Emi, Meiko, Hiraki, Nikki,
You drew a lot.
and the antique shopkeeper.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
Suriko. I did Lily writing, Hanako co-writing, and overall producer. So,
Alright.
hello.
And we're gonna go over some questions that some of you guys provided. So let's see. One of them says, as a beginner artist, what are some ways that I can get involved in projects? Like, how did you all join Katawa Shoujo? You want to give a little brief about that, Moekki?
Oh yeah. Well, for broad advice about joining freeware projects, I don't really know about these days because I think it's quite different. You know how projects happen on the internet.
Yeah.
Probably yeah. But in terms of like us and KS, so that was a long time ago. Because KS like started as a project in January 2007. Yeah. Oh, you got the little sketch there.
Yeah, it's
You
just
got the little
Gabby's
sketch,
old sketch.
Yeah, move it. Yeah. So that drawing was drawn by Geb in like
2007.
oh yeah, January.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2007. 2007. Yeah, I have some of the other ones as well. Wait, I'll just quickly send this.
Yeah.
So I think this. Hold on. Let me. I don't know where the original drawing is, but this one is. Paste this in Discord. This one is Wee's Hanako.
Oh my god.
Wee's first Hanako.
Oh my god.
And then I've got. Hold on a minute. I'll just grab this.
This is like
So
my very
cute.
first Hanako. I think Gabby helped drew the body because like I really sucked at anatomy. So like asked my sister like, hey, can you like help my body because like I suck at drawing like anatomy. So like
Yeah.
Gab
Oh,
fix
wait,
my
no,
body.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
like-
yeah.
Because I sucked at drawing in general. So like she helped fix it.
And this.
That one's
Yeah, this
probably
one.
cute.
That one's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
These were the very first ones, and so I guess like what happened with Chaos was there was the sticky on 4chan in like it was like the 4th of January, I want to say 2007, and like there was like some discussion happening in that sticky, but I guess it was kind of hard for people to keep track of things, so it all got moved to some forums that people set up.
Yeah.
And there was just like so many people there, and like we posted some of our art because we had been trying to make VNs for like maybe like a year or so.
Oh yeah. Like
Oh,
remember?
We were trying to make our own. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to remember
Like
those.
the three of us were like trying to make games and like I think I was a programmer, and Gabby
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the writer, and Moekki was kind of like our manager, and she
Wait,
also
wait,
did
wait, wait.
art.
Okay,
Wait,
okay.
how was
Back
it?
then, though, I didn't know why you guys wanted me to do writing because I don't write.
Like writing is
I
not our
still don't get
expertise,
why, but
man.
hey, that happened. So anyway,
Yeah, you can go
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Gabby was writing. But yeah, we tried to make like quite a few different things, and they all pretty much didn't go anywhere. So then, like, and I guess like the thing with EVNs on the internet back then was there was basically like no, there was not really a lot of interest in them. And so
Yeah,
it's like when chaos happened and there was like so many people interested in it, it was kind of like, oh, this looks like an interesting opportunity. But you know, we tried to join, and I guess like our art was not very good, which
yeah.
is
Here's
not
anything.
very good. And there was like another artist who was very like prolific, and he was doing like a lot of the art back then, so it was kind of like, oh, maybe we're not needed to do the
Yeah.
art for this
Mm.
project, because he was the artist who did the Grid 1. If anyone's played Grid 1, he did the art for all of that. He did like sprites for everyone, and he did like, I think he did a few CGs and stuff, so he did a lot of art.
I'll can post. This is what he did. There's a lily that he did. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
KKs. Yeah.
Yeah, so he did like he did a lot of art, but I guess like the thing with Chaos is it's so much art for a single
Yeah.
person to do. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
it would be very difficult for one person to do the art for everyone, especially because it's a freeware project, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So he left after some time, and then there were other artists. I think there was maybe like 3 or 4 artists after him that
There was
only
also
lasted
skim lines.
like.
Yeah, skim lines as well.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
there was-
Yeah,
these are
skim
some old
lines,
names.
Yeah.
There was like Skim. There was I think another artist called Shureria, something
Shureria,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, she did a few. Then there was Silent Kyon
Yes.
was another artist. So
Mm-hmm.
there was like quite a few artists, and it's just a lot of art to do. So I think people would start drawing things, and then you'd lose interest a little bit.
A
'cause
lot of
it's
them
kinda
quit
like,
midway. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
yeah,
not,
yeah.
you know, it's just difficult to do enough art that is needed to be done for Chaos. So then, like, I think we went back after those, like,
Several
forums
years.
and
Yeah, after we
create-
improved a little bit, after some artists left, we
Yeah.
upped our skills, and then we were like,
Oh yeah, that's right. Huh? Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I do remember that. I do remember
Yeah.
us seeing the first stickies and stuff on 4chan a long time ago, and we were kind of keeping up with it, like the 3 of us, because we
were-
did a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
And we kept up with the threads, but we weren't too interested because it looked like they already had artists and stuff with the project, so we were like, okay, whatever. But we weren't really confident in our drawing skills either, so we were just kind of bumming around making our own like really bad projects, you know. I mean, like, it's okay to start making your own projects even if it's terrible. I mean, they were bad.
I got like eye patch Hisao jump scare.
Oh shoot, that's old Hisao.
Oh, yeah, that's
huh?
Hisao. That's the Hisao you drew, yeah. Because they
Yeah,
were debating
that
what
was the
kind of
first Hisao.
what kind of like disability like we were gonna give him. So like eye patch Hisao, but it's not really a disability.
Yeah. So
you know?
eye patch, missing eye. I don't know. Yeah, we had to come up with something.
Yeah. Eye patch Hisao.
I mean, like, our projects were bad. Okay.
Yeah, I think we went and we tried. I think in that year, I remember there was like the Pokemon project.
No,
No, don't mention that. No,
Don't remind me.
Don't remind. Like they drew like, cause yeah, that was ancient. But anyway, move on.
Yeah, and then there was like another one which was like a jellyfish girl.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
jellyfish
Big
girl
Stan.
and like an
That's-
island one.
Yeah, there was a
Island one.
Junibyo Island one.
Yeah.
There was a whole bunch of different ones that pretty much went nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then like eventually I guess our projects went nowhere, and we went and looked at, well, I guess like I went and looked at the Chaos blog at that time, and it was kind of like, oh, they like they look like they are having trouble with art.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
much
and then
from
that's
looking
when
at the blog.
I think that was around the time when you then posted in the forums, right?
Yeah.
Not
and I
not
think
4chan, but on the forums.
Yeah, on the forums. And it was
Yeah.
not even it was not I think originally it was just I posted on behalf of me, Weee, and another artist called Ambi.
Yeah.
Oh
Um,
right.
Yeah.
I forgot about him.
And I think and then they were like, "Oh, we'll do an art test for you." So they asked us to do some drawings. And then I think eventually like Abby got roped in to draw like Kenji and a lot of the male characters. And Kamifish got roped in to do like Rin and Misha after some time.
Yeah, she joined much later.
And then I think at first Gabby was doing Lily. Wait, no, actually it wasn't. At first Weee was doing Lily. At first Weee
What?
was doing Lily for Yeah, you were doing Lily at first.
Ah,
Um
it's been a long
I think
time.
I have a Yeah. I think you were doing
Just I
Lily at...
remember.
Well, I'm just right now. I'm
And,
showing Ambi's CG that he did. There's a
Yeah.
yeah.
So this was he did art for Yuko.
Oh yeah, he
and
did Yuko as
Emmy.
well. Yeah, Ambi also did Yuko and
Yeah,
Emmy, but he quit midway, so we replaced his art with Kamifish. Yeah,
Various people.
yeah, various people.
I
Yeah.
mean, I did Emmy and Kamifish did Yuko.
Yeah, and well, Emmy's route, there was like a bunch of artists that contributed to her route. So.
There's also Pimmy as well.
Oh yeah, Pimmy. Yeah,
Mhm.
Pimmy also drew a bunch of Emmy CGs as well. Yeah.
I think Pimmy came a little bit
Oh.
later because it was kind of
Maybe
like
definitely came later. Yeah.
Mm.
it was kind of a situation where it was like, oh, we are having trouble with the amount of art, and like Pimmy was like a very active like fan artist
Yeah.
at that point. So it's kind of like, oh, we should ask
Pimmy.
Pimmy
Yeah.
to help with some CGs and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Ambi was really actually like really like prolific, I think, for like the first year or so
Yeah.
as an artist.
I don't know why he decided to.
I think
Leave the
because he was
project.
He was-
busy. Yeah. So.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, I
was-
can see that too. Like, I can understand why he wanted to leave because, like, he and I were around the same age group and we were in college, you know. So it was
Mm-mm.
it was hard to
Like,
like
you could-
focus on this project and also college at the same time.
Yeah. And but he was kind of like head artist for maybe the first year, like because
Yeah.
a lot of us, we were kind of lazy, to be honest, for like a little bit. Oh yeah,
And that's
the
what
CG.
happens
Yeah,
without
I
proper
forgot about the
management.
CG, actually.
Oh dang!
Yeah.
That existed? I have never seen it.
Well, so the one on the left, Timmy drew, and I kind of helped do some adjustments to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
That's definitely your coloring.
Yeah. So yeah, this redraw on the left.
Right, yeah.
So
The one on the right's not too bad either.
yeah, the
It's,
right one is
it's
pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. But like, obviously, the one on the left was like done years after. You know, like several years after. So we got like gooder, better. You know.
You did the first draft of Mako as well,
Oh,
which I think
yeah.
is also
It's really cute. The
She's-
first make yes, but let me see.
yeah, it's in the Mako folder.
Yeah. Hey. Oh yeah, this is Mako. Yeah. So that's Mako.
This is the first Mako.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know, it's so cute.
That's it's so cute.
Yeah. Cause like obviously like he drew Emmy and Emmy's mom and like, but then like Moekki redrew like the mom. Let's see. I
Yeah.
have a. Oh,
I
there's
made her look older.
like a.
Made her look more like a MILF.
Yeah, just as like the new Mako. Obviously, it's in the game, but.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You milked her on stage. I remember that one too. I do remember.
Yeah. But yeah, and that was pretty much how we got into working on Chaos. And yeah, I don't actually know if that has like any good advice about getting into freeware projects, but I don't know. You can probably go on like Tumblr and join some like zines. I think are a good way of like contributing to a
Well, for free
freeware
projects,
projects.
they're always looking
Yeah,
for
free
artists
projects.
because like artists come
Mm.
and go like almost a lot of time. So
Mm.
like they're always
Yeah.
willing to like
Mhm.
accept anyone that's like, oh, you're helping us out, like yeah, you know. So I think you just go to like email them or just like comment go to Discord.
I guess the
Yeah.
difficult thing is like finding a freeware project where it's like it'll actually get done. You
Yeah,
know, that
that's
was
true,
kind of our
yeah.
issue as
It's-
well.
Yeah.
It's also worth like not doing like KS and going immediately for a like 5-path massive thing. Like starting small is a good idea to actually
Mm.
get something under your
Game-
belt, learn how teamwork works, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Game jams are a really good idea.
Yeah, game
Generally, if
jams
you
are
want to
really
do something
good.
free, because like game jams, they get a lot of like, if you do a game jam on itch, a lot of them get a lot of like publicity from being in the jam and people reviewing one another's entries and stuff like that.
Mm.
So that's kind of a good thing you could do. Yeah.
Yeah, just in general,
Yeah.
start small and work your way up.
Since we're still on the topic of how to get into projects, since the three of us are artists, we know, from an artist perspective, like how to join a project. But like, first, Suriko, how do you go about choosing an artist and how and when to like let them go or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of different because now I'm working on kind of commercial VNs. I think it's almost like the era. I won't say it's over, but there's definitely a different market now in terms of talent. Like
Mm-hmm.
people need to eat. Is basically what it comes down to.
Yes.
In general, like making a VN, I usually look around for like connections first, because you've got a known quantity of someone who you know you work with well. But also just looking on Twitter to see artists with a style that fits the project, a good work rate, that kind of thing. It's kind of similar to looking for an artist for a commission, really. Like you look for someone who, hit the tone, has a good price, and
Yeah.
you just work from there.
Also, basically, like, you'd rather look for an artist that has like a pretty good work ethics, you
Yeah.
know, stuff like that. Yeah.
A past portfolio to show that they're good in like a project instead of
Right.
just one-off.
I like
pieces of
that
art.
drawing of Lily actually
Oh,
that
yeah.
we just put up.
Thanks.
Someone in the chat asked, I can't remember, has Raita ever reacted to this project? He did. He
He did.
posted on his homepage about it.
Oh.
I don't think he's ever. Yeah, he posted a thing on his homepage. You can like Google it.
We also made him at Comic Con once in person. That was
But-
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope that answers people's questions about how to get your foot in the door in some freeware projects. And yeah, I mean, I guess the thing with KS that was really useful for us was like, I guess the thing we always struggled with was like we would want to do the art side of something, but it was just so hard to get like the writing and the programming and all those other aspects done by ourselves. So with KS it was pretty easy because we could just come along and like pretty much most of the writing was already happening and everything, and we could just do the art, and we would draw things and they would end up in the build like a few hours later if Delta was awake, you know what I mean? So that was a very like fast pipeline, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I think one thing KS did really well was having people talented at their particular field. So we had Delta for programming and engineering and dedicated writers, dedicated artists. So made for a really efficient pipeline.
Yeah. I think especially in like the early days, like I do want to say like over the years, like people really lost motivation, which is like that is what it is. You know what I mean? Like it's not it's 5 years. It's 5 years and people have lives and it's difficult, but like at the start there was a real feeling of like things would just happen so quickly, you know what I mean? Like Act 1 got put together so quickly. Because I think there was just a lot of that like motivation in the first year or so that sort of slowly wore off over time.
Yeah, towards the end it was a much smaller team as we went into basically there was like a 1 or 2 year crunch mode, whereas like a much smaller dev team getting the last of the game done.
Yeah.
I think that 5 years in hindsight doesn't sound that long for a project like
You know,
that.
it really doesn't. But I mean, at the
Yeah, it
time,
doesn't.
people were joking. People were like, you know,
on
compared
4chan,
us
they
to,
were like, whatever happened to chaos
Yeah,
and stuff like that. They were wondering, yeah.
Yeah, we would get compared to like Duke Nukem Forever and like
Oh yeah,
like that all the
holy crap! I
time.
remember that.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem Forever, never gonna be released. Yeah.
I
think
am
that
reading
actually beat
chat.
us too.
I am reading chat, Crud. We've just got some questions we got to get through first, and
Yeah.
then we'll try to.
You guys
answer
can
some of
go through the
these.
questions while I do the little CGs here.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
could you read them off for me?
Okay, so the very first question we've got is how did you decide what scenes would have dedicated CG and what wouldn't?
Suriko?
Yeah, so basically I think every pass was a little bit different because writers liaised with their artists pretty closely. But in general, like when we were writing up the writers were writing up the draft scenarios, say like a plan for how the path would go, we'd usually have a pretty decent idea of at least the core kind of emotional moments that would need CGs.
Right.
So we listed those out ahead of time. So you kind of like get cracking on various art assets. Like the Lily Hospital one's a good example.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the writing would go, usually like as Delta directed, he'd pick up things where it's like, oh, we should probably have a piece of art for this. So I'd have additional little pieces of art added onto the main list as it was directed. Plus, artists would suggest, hey, I want to draw this. Does this sound like a good idea? Yeah, sure, we'll put it in. So it's kind of started from a core list and then kind of expanded out a bit.
I think, yeah, and I remember it changed a lot based on like the route and the writer. It changed a lot. I do remember one thing with like Act 1 was originally we didn't have like the very like the the first CG of like Hasao from above and he's like being confessed to by Iwanako. That CG, the Lily Shizune standoff, and the classroom CG were all added at the last minute because like before then we only had the CGs for like each heroine having like one CG for the Act 1, and then at the end we were like, oh wait, we've got a bit of time, is there anything we want? And so like I think people kind of listed ideas and then we just went with the ideas that seemed like they would be the most the most beneficial to the story.
Yeah.
That's sort of interesting because I feel like those CGs, like especially the classroom CG and the like intro CGs, like people, I seem to have a strong impression on the game.
There's Lulu here, by the way.
Like even professional VNs don't really.
Oh my god! Sorry, I remember that CG.
Yeah, it's like even like professional VNs don't do this because it's really, really crazy to try and draw like 30 bloody characters in one CG. It's absolutely insane.
Oh hey, I drew the fat dude in the back.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, and you drew the guy from what's that game, Valkyrie Profile? He's in there too. He's on the right.
Yeah, Lizard.
Yeah, wait. Click on the CG and it'll scroll across. Okay. In the game. Yeah, wait. There we go. It goes very slowly. Yeah, let's see that. Gabby drew that guy.
Yeah. So like.
Oh yeah! Holy crap!
So, like, Gabby drew the guys, and I drew Molly. I think Ray drew this. I feel like Ray drew this.
Ray drew her, and he drew Shiro at the back.
Yeah. This is supposed to be Shiro.
So he drew. Yeah, that's supposed to be Shiro from Fate Stay Night. And
Doomfist drew these two in the back.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did some stuff too. Didn't he do the
he did
desk,
a 3D
the
model
classroom and stuff?
Yeah, he did the 3D model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, since it came up in the chat, Iwanako never had a face design, I don't think, unless someone did one. But nothing official.
Oh.
For Iwanako.
I think Mike and L did like a comic of her, right? Like he did like for one of the like Secret Santas, he did like a. But that's like not official.
Yeah, it's not official, but like it's nice to see though. Yeah. Let's see.
I always thought the two at the beginning looked like a cute pair of friends. That's Delta and Aura.
Oh, it is. Yeah. That's right. It is.
Yeah.
They're advertised in the game.
Self-inserts.
Just looking at the chat. Ryder was Lily's main artist. So, and yeah, it's sucks that he passed away. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's a
I've
good guy.
designated male drawer. How times change. Look, dude, we didn't know how to draw
Mm.
men. Like, I mean,
Yeah, like she knew how to draw. Like even now, like she knows how to draw guys. Like whenever I ask for like, hey, how do I draw this anatomy? I still ask for my sister for help. Like, how do I draw?
Yeah, she still asks when it's like she needs help drawing dudes. I'm like, all right, I'll still help you. So I still do draw. I draw guys for her and stuff sometimes.
But you don't draw for me. I just ask you like, how do I fix this?
Yeah,
so
I do fix it. Sometimes the guys draw are sort of like they don't have any.
Yeah, they're like
joints or
scrawny
something, so I
dudes,
just
you know.
have
I
to
draw
fix
like
it.
scrawny guys, but I can't draw like Niku men. I can't draw muscles, so yep. Yeah. Anyway, we can move on with the next question.
yeah, okay, what's the next question?
You
I
guys
think
can-
no, actually, I think there was a question earlier we did not answer.
Yeah.
Siegfried asked, where can one build art connections specifically for projects?
Specifically for projects.
Yeah, that's tough. I think we sort of answered that earlier,
Yeah.
but like,
I think having a portfolio is
Yeah.
a good kind of starting point.
Oh, yes.
Something that like
Yeah.
a company or a person can go to and say, "Oh, you know, you fit my project. How about giving you a go?"
Yeah, and I think join game jams and like I don't know, get involved in like fandoms, draw like fan art or like popular theories. Like
I mean,
even
yeah,
if you want to do original stuff, like it's much easier if you want to like I just get like even connections because like people like even like if you look at like the KS fandom, it's like so close knit. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
a lot of people in there and
I mean, in Japan, a lot of artists get their start doing doujin and fan art and move up into the professional world. So
Dojin is definitely one way to do it, or like
Yeah.
artist alleys and stuff if you can get the
like
chance to
artist
get in.
Yeah.
Because like if you have having connections at artist alleys always good because like you know going alone to an artist alley and selling at cons kind of sucks, like you know, so you can build connections there too, like table partners or like people who are just your neighboring, you know, artists. Usually people trade business cards and info and such, and that's how connections can be built offline. That's an offline way of doing it. So as for online, I think the way the internet is now, it's like people have all these different I guess like biases on how you should draw and such, and it's wrong to do this and that, you know. So I don't know where you would find like in our community these days where people aren't so judgy. Like, you know, there's like the people who are really against using references, you know, like photo references and such.
And just build a portfolio that like impresses people, or build a portfolio that you want to do in the future, that you want to aim
Yeah,
for.
but a portfolio does not have that socializing.
That's true.
Like,
Yeah,
thing.
you
know
gotta
what I
have
mean?
both. Yeah,
that's
you need
true.
both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have any of you put this onto your resumes of work? I haven't put it directly in my resume, but I have actually brought up game development in quite a few job interviews, and it actually nailed me a couple of jobs.
Wow.
Because I mean, I work in IT, like for my day job, and employers really do look well on things like working in a team, project management, the technical skills around version tracking, that kind of thing. So, you know, game development is a perfectly valid thing to put on a resume, and employers will look at that, and maybe if you don't mention that it was an error game, that does help as well. But yeah.
That's the first Nomiya, right?
Yeah, that's the first Nomiya. He was like a proper teacher. And then this is the sketch that you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was all in
I actually have
pencil.
a funny story about like putting
Wait, what? Did find what the story is. Yeah.
KS on my portfolio. So when I like interviewed for like art school, like not like animation or illustration, it was like fine art school, and like like my entire portfolio was like all like fine art and like paintings and life drawings and still life and all that kind of stuff. And I think someone was just like, oh, you should put like one example of like some just put like a tiny bit of example of your digital art. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know how like art school feels about anime.
Yeah.
So I just
Oh,
like
no.
included like one chaos CG I printed out and like, the character sheet I drew for Emmy, which I can get that up for you actually.
Yeah.
Or it should be in like the end. Hold on, have I got the?
Oh, sorry.
I'll get it up. It's in the Emmy folder. So I like included this in my portfolio, like just one tiny part of it, and like the girl who was like in like helping with the interview, like she just looked at it and she was like, "Why doesn't your character have legs?" And I was like,
Wait, can you show me the character sheet?
No, wait, here I can't shoot you.
Wow.
I
That's
was like,
kinda
that's
screwed
kind of
up,
weird.
to be
It's like, what?
honest.
Well, did she show like
Like, leave me
stockings one
alone.
or like? Because if she show the stockings, it'd probably be like not as like. Yeah.
This was the one
Okay, I can
that
show
I
that.
had. So it had like the stump, like
Oh, here I'll show this.
It had
there,
this-
there it is. Oh, right here. The stump. It says stump right here.
yeah. She was like, why doesn't your
So-
character? I was like,
Stump. Right.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good character sheet.
Yeah.
So that's actually a really good character sheet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you got into art school,
Should
right?
we,
yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
It was kind of like it was.
Yeah. Sorry, you can go. Sorry.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, it was just like one drawing, and like that was the one thing that they like wanted to point out when there's like all this other art.
I see.
That was like ages ago. That I think like maybe art schools are different now. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like anime is more like appreciated now because they're like there's
Mm.
less anti-anime people now. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the next question? It's like hold on. Who is your favorite character?
Really?
I'm biased. Obviously Hanako. Duh. What about you, Onii-chan? Hello? Debbie?
Maybe she's thinking about it.
Oh, I think her end is probably dying. But anyway, yeah, who's your favorite
Oh.
character, Moekki?
I feel like I have to like Shizune because I have to combat all the like Hanako lovers and the Lily lovers.
Because like you're a lot of characters. Like I wonder which one's your definite favorite. But
Ooh, I mean, I think Shizune is the funnest to draw.
yeah, I think so
Shizune
too.
is the funnest to draw.
Yeah, it looks like Gab's internet is like
Um,
struggling, so I'll leave her be.
Okay. And also like, I feel like Hideaki gets too much hate. People really
I like
hate him.
Hideaki.
Really?
Hideaki's good.
Yeah,
Apparently,
people don't like Hideaki.
Gabby's favorite character is Kenji because like I remember when she drew the Kenji sprite, there was an angry sprite because I was coloring and I saw this expression in there where he was like super mad. I was like, I'm just gonna color it, and then like Delta was like, we're gonna keep it. So that's why he has this angry expression in the game because my sister just drew it in there as a hidden layer, and then I saw the layer. I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep it. So that's why Kenji.
wow.
Yeah.
What-
Oh, I can hear you now.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
okay.
can hear you.
Yeah. I drew that expression for fun.
It's
It
not
was
in the-
for fun.
yeah.
I thought it was funny,
Iconic,
and then I
Mm.
Well, it's
I
like
just left it
used
in
a
there,
lot. Yeah,
so.
that's why like.
Yeah, it gets you a lot.
Let's see.
Just to quickly go over a chat question. What techniques did you learn by project managing KS for keeping volunteers motivated? From Mecha Flying Fish. I think in terms of like projects I've been on, especially since KS, I think the big thing for keeping especially artists motivated is to avoid a cliff of assets. Like if you feel like you're making no progress at all towards the end goal, then that's going to be pretty disheartening. So like just throwing 100 CGs at someone and saying draw them just doesn't really work. Keeping projects smaller and more bite size is a lot better.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I think chaos is like a really bad example of how to
Chaos is
keep people
terrible.
motivated over a long period of
Chaos should
time.
never have worked. Like, it's pretty
Yeah.
crazy it came out in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Don't do what we did.
it's basically like I think people, like some people, you know, kind of like, well, why haven't you made a chaos too? And it's like, well, making chaos was so hard. like if there was ever another like project, like hypothetically, if it was like, oh, we're gonna make it would have to be like the conditions would have to be so different. You know what I mean? It could not be made in that same way, because you know everyone's like grown up. People need money and like I don't know.
That's, in general, it just feels like Katawa Shoujo was finished. Like, the story's been told. It was good. I don't think every story needs endless sequels. It can just be a good thing on its own.
Yeah. I mean, I think people sometimes wonder, like, oh, why hasn't 4-Leaf Studio ever made another game? It's kind of like, I don't know, people were really burnt out. People were quite burnt out after Chaos.
Definitely.
And, you know, I think, you know, yeah,
Plus
I
we had
mean,
our own creative things we wanted to do as well. Like, everyone has a different story they want to make.
Yeah. And, yeah. In general, like, making freeware projects is quite difficult. And
yeah, especially now.
It can be quite stressful.
I feel like freeware, especially something on a freeware project at the size of KS, I don't think would really be that viable anymore. So
I would say it's impossible.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's if you have the skills to pull this off, you could pull a wage for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that KS is like an anomaly. Like, it's a true miracle it ever finished. I really think
it's also a product of its time.
Yes.
Like, back then,
Truly,
freeware projects were a bit more of a thing, whereas now, yeah, like if you're making art of this quality, you could easily ask money for it. So why would you work on a huge freeware thing for years and years?
That CG that we're showing never got used in. Oh wait, no, no, it did.
This really?
Yeah, it didn't get used.
Oh.
Yeah, it never got. That one didn't get used.
Why is that?
That one. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't remember. There was various.
Yeah, there was a lot of variations for a CG, but I think only the evening was used.
Yeah. Only the afternoon one got used. A little CG of Misha in her Bushchini 2004 shirt. I think they're in their school uniforms in the original one.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, by the way, I think the original sketch of Misha, like, can we show the original sketch of Misha in the Bushchini shirt? I remember it got posted and everyone was like, "This." It's in the doc.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
This is a Kami Fish.
That original sketch, it got like posted and people were like, "Wow, this is the best drawing that has ever been." like people really like this drawing.
It's really nice. They now look like, wow, it's just like, this is really nice.
Kami Fish's sketching is so clean. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember like the way she draws so clean, like just like a line art already.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just
like when this got posted, I think people were like, "We have to use this shirt in the game."
Oh, this is I got her rough sketch. This is her rough sketch of Misha. It's not even rough. It's just like a clean pencil line art. Yeah, it's
absolutely crazy. Like, here's a rough sketch, and it's like line art quality.
Pretty much.
Yeah. There's also the I remember it was kind of difficult at the start to like give Misha's like drills enough volume. Like
oh yeah, because the with this is a KKK sprite, right? And so like I think Kami Fish wanted the original like drills, so she added it in.
Yeah.
Because I think this is her Misha's not so drilly. It still looks like drills, but like it's not as drilly.
It's like small drills.
Small drills. Yeah.
Little drill.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I also really like. Wait, I'll send this to you on Discord. I really like this. Was the original loading? It was like the original loading screen for Act 1.
Wow.
Like you know that like the loading splash screen that like. I I remember really liking this. Thought it was cute.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
It is.
Like 2007 was quite a drilly year with like Gurren Lagann and everything. I think people were really feeling the drills.
Okay, we can move on with the next question. Let's see.
Yeah, what's the next question? What would you do if you had to start your artist journey from scratch today? What would you focus on working towards, and where would you choose to be most involved?
I think we sort of covered this towards aiming towards smaller projects to start off with.
Yeah.
Yeah, smaller projects.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard to say, because, like, I think for most of us, like, we and Gabby and I, we've been drawing for, like, so long. You know what I mean? It would be so hard to say, like, if we restarted that.
Yeah, it'd be like,
now.
because, like, what if I restarted and, like, I don't get anywhere? But I think I'm pretty satisfied where I am right now. Obviously, I still have new goals to push for. You know, there's always new things I want to go for, so I wouldn't really, like, go back, but I would rather just like do it now, I guess. You know, like why go back in the past? We can just like do it right now. So yeah.
It is like kind of interesting because I think when I started, when I first started like drawing anime stuff, I want to say like, there was a few years that I was, my like anatomy and like drawing fundamentals weren't very good, but I think I was pretty good at like CGing, like. Because what I used to do when I used to like color was like I would just like copy random eroge and like try to like copy their like
it's just like
CGing
look at their like
that's actually a legitimate way to learn.
Yeah, it is.
That's actually legitimate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I know like for example like there was a time that I was like trying really hard to copy like Key's coloring style from like Tomoyo After and
it was really nice
like
though. Tomoyo After coloring
they were really
really
good,
nice.
though,
The CG's really
yeah,
nice.
the coloring looks really good, and then I also really liked like Circus's coloring style as well for a little while when they were doing like Dark Capo 2. I thought
that's like
the coloring
old
was
school.
pretty
Yeah.
nice.
Wow, Dark Capo. Wow, that is
Nostalgia.
an old one.
Like yeah, there was just a little while that like I really liked their coloring and like yeah, then you know what I mean. There was just kind of like I just think. But yeah, I remember like, you know, it's kind of like the thought of like, well, what if I like improved my fundamentals earlier instead of improving my coloring? But it's kind of like, well, I don't know, like, you know, you do things happen for a reason, you know what I mean? And you're like, your interests change into what you want to like develop and everything. So. Actually, I'm not gonna like put this on stream, but like I have like these like folders.
If it's safe, I can show it, but if it's not safe, I won't show it.
I mean, it is safe, but it's like just I think this was me. Like, hold on a minute, let me just.
But yeah, with the coloring style, we looked into like other garuge, you know, because with the older art, I think a lot of people had their own like unique approach. But then like for us, we want to like go for that.
Isn't that something I drew?
Look. Oh yeah,
it's
something you drew.
For some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was coloring your one's line art. He was an artist. Like,
sorry.
I don't know why. I just found these.
Sorry, you guys did.
And like this, I think must have been my reference folder. Don't put these on stream. Oh yeah, you can. You can put that one on stream if you want.
Oh my!
Oh yeah, I probably won't post these on stream. No.
Windows X.
No. Windows XP. Yeah, I won't put this on stream because I accidentally pasted that on stream.
But yeah, that's sort of what we were doing at that point. Was trying very hard to copy other artists.
But yeah, we were learning, so like I think obviously referencing copying was essential for our growth. So yeah. But hey, look at where we are today.
I have like an episode of Canon in this folder.
Oh wait. It's Gabby. I'll tell her.
You see me? Yeah. I think that like this one, I did finish this picture, but I only got like a whip here. But I think in this one I was trying really hard to copy. 1 minute, I can.
Yeah, that one artist, he's like really good too.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, this is a Moekki drawing.
Something like that.
Yeah. So like when we were young, we like looked up to like we were like still growing and learning how to like do stuff. So we just looked up to a lot of artists as reference for them. You know, obviously after like referencing and like looking up to artists, you can kind of grow your own style from it. So yeah, that's how you improve or like get your own style. You know, just like get inspiration from others, and you'll eventually like get your own kind of thing. But yeah.
Yeah. And all these behind the scenes drawings be found somewhere. They are really interesting. I have a big folder of them that I need to sort out.
It's all good.
Cause like there's screenshots and stuff, and I don't want to like dox people. You know what I mean? Because of like,
Okay.
because like people's like computer like
Yeah.
like directories and stuff are in there, so it would need to go through and like
Yeah.
need
We
to.
can move on with the next. Any other questions?
Wait, what's the next question? I'll just go up. Next question is, we've also kind of answered this, but I'll read it out anyway. Do you think a project like Katawa Shoujo could be made in the internet of today?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you would need
No,
like
I
a
haven't
like a
answered this.
Kickstarter campaign or like some kind of campaign, because
No. They mean like Katawa Shoujo, as in like it's all free.
Oh.
Like no one gets paid.
Yeah, I think
nah,
you know, it's-
no,
no.
hard.
no.
Mm-mm.
People with the talent to do kind of the art and stuff in Katawa Shoujo could pull a paycheck for it these days. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think like Chaos was actually like I don't think we had like the best art, but it is like pretty rare to get like 3 or 4 artists who are all kind of used
Yeah.
to collaborating with one another in the way that
Yeah.
we were.
getting
And
that
that would
kind
be
of
like
Yeah.
getting that kind of pre-made team was crazy good. Like I
Right.
think
Y'all
Chaos
got
was actually
lucky,
up
huh?
to what it was.
yeah.
Chaos got lucky.
Yeah.
I think Chaos devs definitely got lucky when us joined. Me, Ambi,
Absolutely.
Moekki,
Yeah.
Cummyfish, and we we all kind of like knew each other already and
Mm.
joined all at the same time, or not all of them, but like like that's really rare.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
plus like we're
And we were
siblings.
also-
Yeah, you guys we're siblings, and Cummyfish and Moekki are friends.
They're
Yeah, they're
good
like,
friends in
yeah,
real
they're good
life.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And on top of that, like we were all like really obsessed with VNs, and like I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
we had already like we would go through like CG sets and be like, oh, this person colored this and this person colored that.
Yeah.
And so we, you know what I mean? We kind of knew about
Yeah.
the like the
Mm.
VN art pipeline, even though we were
Yeah.
not very good at it. We had that knowledge that like not like one person doesn't just do all the art. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yes.
It also does kind of feel like visual novels are a bit more of a specialized pipeline these days. Like they're treated more as a legitimate but niche game genre. Whereas when Katawa Shoujo was a thing, it was more like an offshoot of anime culture in general, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, I think like the thing is like Chaos probably shouldn't have even been made in like the 2000s. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
It's an anomaly, as I
okey-dokey.
said. So
Like a flying fish. What's your favorite VN?
my favorite VN.
That's a good one.
Ooh.
Well,
Oh,
there's a lot, because like a lot of
guess
things
in
can
general, yeah.
constitute as a VN. Yeah, it's a lot.
Mm.
I don't know.
excluding the super commercialized ones, like I guess Danganronpa can count as one, and Ace Attorney. So
I
let's.
thought you
Mm-mm.
liked Ever
Did it-
17. What's it called? Ever?
I think that's
Ever
Moekki. Moekki liked
Ever
Ever
17?
17. Something with
I
like
like Level 17. I do know what my favorite is though, but there's
have
a
a
lot I
favorite.
like.
What-
What's your favorite, Gab?
the Devil on G-string.
Actually, I actually thought that like before you said it. I'm like, I wonder if it's the Devil on G-string.
Yeah,
Because
love
I remember
that
you
one.
really liked Haru, right? That's her name.
Yeah, I
Right.
remember
right?
you
Right.
playing
Yeah.
it like for like 24/7. I remember like you were so
Yeah,
you
it was
were
the
on
first
there.
visual novel.
Yeah.
I woke up first thing in the morning to just read it. I fucking loved it.
Did
I
you
loved
like
it so
too,
much,
Suriko?
yeah.
Like, because I remember you liked that one girl.
I think
Yeah.
no Suriko's. I'm pretty sure Suriko's is quartet, right? I'm pretty sure it's quartet.
Probably between Quartet or Planetarian. I like how
Planetarian,
Planetarian's so short and focused on its point, but Quartet, the whole game is just like a really nicely packaged, polished story. So yeah, I'd probably say Quartet or Planetarian.
Well, is there any recent ones that you like, or just like the ones like from
I
the
haven't
2000s
really
or
played many
2010s?
recent VNs. I need to
Ah,
play Mario. That looks amazing.
oh. But yeah, for
Yeah,
me, like I don't know, it's kind of hard to pick because like a lot of them influenced me in like many ways. So yeah.
I remember you guys like being really obsessed with the My Hime VN that Circus made.
yeah.
I think.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
I forgot that there was a My Hime VN.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I like the
The art
CGs
for
though.
that one was good.
Yeah, the art is really
It
good.
was good.
Yeah, that's why I liked
Never
it.
read it, though.
Yeah,
I never read it.
yeah.
I just thought the
I
art
just like the
was
art.
amazing.
Yeah, that was really good. That's because I like my
yeah.
anime, so that's why I was biased.
Yeah, you guys really liked like My Hime.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
It was,
yeah.
it
I also
liked it.
remember like Gab really liking Manaka from Too Hot 2 as well.
Well,
Hell yeah. That's my girl.
yeah.
Yeah, Manaka's good.
Yeah, dude, yeah,
Ikenor's best.
yeah. Anyway,
There was a My Hime VN, which is crazy.
yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
There's a Mahime everything. They really got the most out of that IP.
Yeah.
My old anime actually.
I think
yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was fun. I liked it. I still watch it from time to time.
yeah, I think I really liked Swan Song.
One song was really good.
I really liked Swan Song. I was very obsessed with Eninai for a little bit of time when I was a kid. Because I think like because like the coloring style in Chaos is like really influenced by Eninai, I think. Tenchi
Mm.
Ga Inai Jutgatsu.
Mm.
Is like yeah, I think we wanted to go for like a little bit more of a grounded coloring style rather than being like
Yeah.
too colorful.
Yeah, I think Chaos worked well. It's kind of like a bit, it's anime but grounded kind of thing. It's good.
And I'm thinking. What else was good? I guess
mean, I'm
like
sure there's a lot of good games. So yeah,
there's a lot you
Yeah.
can think of. A lot.
I think these days, I feel like a lot of people. I'm not sure if VN is still a thing these days. I remember it was really a huge thing back in like the 2010s and 2000s,
Yeah.
but it's not like, a huge thing these days.
I mean, I feel like a lot of gacha games are like VNs.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah, they are.
skies.
Yeah, they are.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. Gachas are VNs,
Mm.
but obviously it's
Do we
for
count them? We're not counting gachas, right?
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no.
well, no, but
no,
like,
no.
I hate
yeah.
Gacha.
Well, yeah,
Like-
let's not
It's like a
count
pet
those.
hate.
Yeah.
Shuffle was the thing that I think got me really hyperfixated on VNs. Because I don't know, I was really obsessed with Shuffle when I was a kid. for some
You
I
were.
reason.
remember. Yeah.
I was really
I think for me, the most influential ones that really pulled me in was probably Two Heart 2.
Mm.
I think
Yeah.
they
Fate
also
Stay
like
Night. A
Fate
long
Stay-
time
yeah,
ago. Fate
yeah,
Stay Night.
everyone's-
So we knew about Fate long before it became what it is today. Yeah. Tsukihime,
I think
you know.
actually, yeah. I think we and I, like, our first conversation on DeviantArt was about Fate. I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
Oh,
man.
oh, it was, huh? I
Yeah,
can,
yeah, 'cause I
I
think
can
we
see
were-
that.
We were like linking AMVs to one another, and this was before the anime actually aired. But you know, there's like
Those
the
were like
MAD
Mads, right?
movies.
The
Yeah, Mad
MADs?
movies. Yeah,
Those were nice.
Yeah, we were like linking those to one another on DeviantArt in like 2005, which was how we became.
Yeah, we're pretty
Friends.
friends. Yeah, from
Mm.
the State Night.
And
Yeah.
then I also remember you, Gabby. You were really obsessed with Noisy Ito as well. For a
Oh,
little
yeah,
while.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Noisito, yeah.
She did a lot of art for visual novels too, a long time
Yeah,
ago.
Piece
before.
at Pieces, right?
Yeah, that's the one!
Yeah.
Heck yeah!
I remember that as well. Yeah, that was a lot. There were like there's just so many. That yeah, because like I think that was kind of like how we got into like digital art, was just the like seeing some of the like CGs from
All
like
these visual
visual
novels, yeah.
novels. Mm.
Yeah, because
And,
I think back then, like, there wasn't things like Pixiv or whatever, and
no,
Twitter
there
didn't
was.
exist yet.
Mm,
Good
I
old
would
And-
troll
Google it.
people's home pages to like get art.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
home
their
pages,
GeoCities,
yeah.
NeoCities or GeoCities it was, and it's like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
jank ass website.
Yeah, from like the early 2000s.
Like I remember how like Japanese artists back then would have like these little links of all of their pictures, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah, you can just like just know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like
remember,
no thumbnail,
hunting-
just numbers.
Yeah. Oh, and there would be like secret sections of people's websites you'd have to go like looking for like the invisible pixel, like
Mm.
Oh
hidden,
yeah.
hidden like somewhere. But yeah, like oh, that's like a key. That's like a Itaru Hinue style.
Oh yeah,
Right?
the one, yeah, this one,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it looks like Planet-ish.
Yeah, Clannad. Clannad actually had really nice blurring, I felt.
Yeah.
Like the CGs look really nice in that game. And I think like some of the first VNs I played were like I remember like Insani translating demos and like
Oh yeah,
I think I
few of
played
those.
like Mudgy Putty demo.
Oh,
Played the there's a game called like Ano no demo I played. They did like the Fate Stay Night demo. They did like
Hmm.
what's that game with the whale?
Kujira?
Kujira? Played that
Kujira.
one.
It's literally Japanese
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, I played that. No, they did like a lot. They also I they translate not
Maybe don't. YouTube condemn. Look,
Banned.
What did I missed that?
It's
I
okay, you
totally
don't need to
missed
see it.
that.
You guys.
YouTube
So I
condemn.
just saw the concept art. I'm like, oh, this nice concept art. I was like, whoops, it's okay.
Wait, who drew that?
It's Pimmy
drew that?
Pimmy drew.
Hey, can you put it in
Really?
Discord? I want to see it.
It's
What was it?
wait, I'll put it in the Discord. I'll
Put
put it
it
at the
in the
end of the
Discord,
video
I wanna
later.
see
But
it.
let's see.
It wasn't that one drawing Gabby did, was it?
No,
I
no, no,
wrote
no, no,
that.
no, 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 no,
no,
no,
no.
no, 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 no,
Okay.
no, no.
Oh, I
Okay.
remember that.
It's
I got in
this
so
one.
much trouble for it, but that's
Okay,
a whole story
okay.
for another day.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's
Okay.
safe, but no, yeah, I mean, oh no. I'll edit the video later, but
That's not that bad, at
yeah,
least.
it's not that bad.
It's
not
Yeah,
that
it's-
bad.
it's not.
It's not. It's not actually a problem.
Yeah, it's not. It's just like a little comic. Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Mm.
What's the next question?
It looks
Okay, the next question. Go out. One. Seeing your own artistic improvement through the years, it made me wonder if you ever wish you could redo Hanako's art, or would you leave it? I know all art has a time and place, but as an artist, is it hard to see your older work favorably, even when it was beloved by others?
Who wants to answer that? Because I have an answer for that.
Oh, okay, go on.
I think I don't really look back on it and cringe because it kind of reminds me of like how I was during that era, and that's fine. You know?
That's
Yeah,
kinda
I like to
towards-
see how far I've
yeah.
come, you know?
Yeah.
The art is old and it's not great, but then I look at my art today and I'm like, well, I've come a long way, right?
Yeah.
That's how I
Come
feel.
Yeah, I
on.
didn't.
It's kind of my feeling towards the writing. Like Lily's route, I would do it very, very differently. If I wrote that these days, it would be like half the length for one. But it's who I was at that time and place.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't redo that because that was me back then.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I would change anything. There's a few like funny things. Like, have you guys seen that like people that what is it that like screen cap of like Shizune and like I guess I messed up the like perspective of the background and like wait, can I find it? There's like a few things that I think I kind of messed up. But it's like
I think that's fine because, like, you know, it kind of shows just how
How jank we
like
were.
inexperienced we
inexperienced,
were,
yeah.
and we still
Mhm.
managed to finish this thing somehow
Mm.
and all that. So I think it's kind of nice. Like it's not
Mm.
perfect, but it is
I
what
think
it
this-
is.
Yeah. This is the CG that I think people make fun of the background for, because I like drew the
Yeah.
I drew the stairs too small.
one sec,
I think.
I'll grab it on
Yeah.
the CG.
Yeah, the stairs are a bit
I drew the
off in size.
I drew the stairs too small.
Oh yeah.
I drew the stairs too small. But listen,
Yeah.
we did all these CGs by hand, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it was hard. I didn't know how to draw backgrounds.
It's okay, cause like I remember
Right.
like showing this on. Here you go. You guys remember? This is like the first Hanako I did. Like one of the first Hanako CGs. Like
Mm.
the background was just so bad. It's like
Oh yeah, that first
That was
one.
back when she was like a little bit more edgy,
yeah, more
right?
like Yandere. Yeah.
Yeah.
she was like Yandere.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
she was
wasn't she
like-
supposed to be?
Yeah,
Wasn't that a meme that she was the Yandere?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I
like
think it kind of
Still
was.
a little bit yandere, like in her bad ending, she's a little bit, but I think in this one she was a lot more like aloof, and she was a little bit less like cute,
Oh,
and she was sort of like
mm,
a bit more, you know, like edgy character at the start, and then she got she changed quite a bit.
Suriko, how much did you change of like? Because I remember it was Krud that originally wrote the script, right? But then midway you came in and like helped complete it. Like, how much did you change? You think?
basically the back half of Hanako's route was a complete rewrite. And the front half was fairly edited. I think overall it's. I mean, I guess like I say, it's more towards sort of like more like a Leaf game than a Higurashi game, to put it one way.
Okay.
It more traditional, to put it kind of thing, I
Yeah.
suppose. And I guess it's
That's
given that I wrote the most conventional path in Lily Path, I guess not really surprised that it kind of like moved a bit more towards a traditional VN approach.
interesting, because like personally, like I do like the Hanako route like quite a bit better than the Lily route myself. But I feel like the Lily route, in terms of like the audience, people like it a lot more. But I guess like the Hanako route is kind of an interesting example of like CG versus art, because it was kind of a situation where most of the CGs were drawn, but then like Suriko had to, because like Crud had to drop out of the project, so like the path was not properly finished yet, so Suriko had to like rewrite it but keep the same CGs. As
That's an interesting exercise.
so you can't like, you know what I mean, you can't change it
Yeah.
too much. It has to still
Yeah, you've
use
got-
the same assets.
Yeah, kind of like had guardrails for like, okay, the story can be rewritten, but it has to have this CG, that outfit, that outfit. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I like it.
And yeah, but Hanako changed quite a lot. It's kind of interesting because there's like, you know how there's like a build floating around that people call like the alpha, but it's like not really an alpha, because it's like it was never an internal build. It's kind of like a bunch of assets that people kind of like reverse engineered into a build.
Yeah, it's kind
But
of
like
weird.
that was
Yeah,
just one set of drafts. There was like most of the routes actually had like, especially Hanako, I think might have had like 5 different drafts. Like there was many different directions that her story
Yeah, it's
have
kind of
gone.
hard to look at any one snapshot of how Chaos was in the past, because all the paths were going at different kind of paces. So they're all at different stages of development at the same time. So it's not really accurate to call it. I guess I hate it when people call it a beta, because it wasn't. It very specifically was not a beta. It wasn't the full game at that point in time. It's just a bunch of loose assets from various parts of development.
Someone in the chat says you would have made it shorter if you made it now. And I think like that's just because like when we made KS in like the 2000s, VNs were really long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
they're like 50 or 80 hours. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
really long.
and I think
Yeah.
these days, like when it comes to VNs, like people's attention spans are a little bit shorter. So I think unfortunately, like it's really difficult to make like a a VN that
Mm,
you know only gets good like well not that it only gets good, but like the climax of the story is a really far way
yeah.
in because like a lot of the time, unfortunately, if you're like an indie dev, people uh will give up before they get there.
Also, part of it is just personal preferences. I tend to try and like write concisely these days. Partly as a counter reaction to how long Lilypath was. Not that it really hurt Lilypath, but it's a different style of story than
Mm.
the kind of story I like to write these days.
Mm-mm. But yeah, it's interesting because people really like the long lily path because it's kind of like more
Mm.
time with your wife. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You get
I guess it's kind of like gets into the whole genealogy of like Katawa Shoujo is influenced by a lot of kind of dating sims and long format VNs,
Mm.
which are less about a particular story and more about a particular kind of character that you can spend time with. It's a very different context kind of
Mm.
thing. So
Yeah,
different,
I guess like the thing
yeah,
that's interesting is like when you watch like occasionally like you know people will try to stream chaos and it's like I think you can see how like it's chaos is just like
yeah,
such a comes from such a different time of like
yeah.
the ends where like it's like you can take a long time to like build up and
Mm,
you know introduce the setting and introduce the characters, but like these days like people you know want to have things for the audience and streamer to react to like
mm.
you know
It's like a
pretty
streamer
close off the bat.
doing like a streamer doing a live read of like a short story from a sci-fi author versus doing a live read of Lord of the Rings. Like
Yeah, or like
one of those will work.
yeah, something like Doki Doki Literature Club is a lot more like streamable in that way I think than KS. Like you know not
Yeah,
that I'm saying oh I think it's a better game or it's just that it
yeah,
one is designed with like modern audiences in mind and one
yeah, yeah.
written for, you know, a time when streaming wasn't a thing at all,
Mm.
really. Mm. Should we move on to the next question?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just see what's there. What do you think about the legacy of Katawa Shoujo?
Oh,
It's been really
that's-
rewarding to see, I think, because I think when Katawa Shoujo first came out, it was really when OELVNs weren't really a big thing, I don't think,
oh, that's true. Yeah.
and it really kicked off a huge wave of like projects which they didn't always work out. Some of them failed, but it was really great to see that like wave of creative output directly as a result of KS proving that this kind of game could be made and there was an audience for it.
Right. Yeah, you're actually right
Yeah.
about that. I do remember when it was finally when it was done and released like
Mm,
officially. I was like, wow, it's finally like done. Like I mean, by that point I was pretty much done doing my part, but like it is kind of cool to have been a part of a project that left a it's like such a big impact on the internet too,
mm,
you know?
yeah.
Um I don't know, like I guess it's that feeling of accomplishment that I did something.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but it was pretty motivating.
Mm,
Yeah, it's like pretty interesting, like especially with like the Steam release. Like I think, you know, for myself, I was only expecting like I don't know, like 50 reviews or something for the
Yeah.
yes,
Steam
same.
release.
I thought we kind of missed the boat on that being a big thing, and it's like within an hour of tweeting, and it was like, oh boy,
Oh yeah, you had
this is
like a
bigger than I
quite a
thought.
reaction, yeah.
Yeah, it's good
So
to
yeah,
know.
I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously it's nice when you create something and it, you know, leaves an impact on a really wide audience. Like that's
Mm.
a nice thing to happen
It is nice to
as a
see people
creator.
writing back and saying, you know,
Yeah,
how
okay.
much out
I do have
them.
a fun story with KS is that so I have a stepbrother, right? He's younger than me and we and I brought out it was when we had printed the art book, the one with the blue cover. Um and I had like 5 copies on me and I wanted to give it to my family, right? Um and my stepbrother saw that book and he was like, "You worked on this?" And I said, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Yeah, me and we worked on it. Do you want one?" And he was like, He was like, holy crap! He was like just mind blown. It's very interesting when a family member is a fan of your work and they didn't know that. You
This
know,
is
I thought that
yeah.
was just so interesting. I was like, oh, wow, okay. Well, that's kind of cool because he really liked Katawa Shoujo too, and I had no idea that he was even a fan of it. Because I don't talk about what
Yeah.
I do, you know what I mean? Like, they know I draw stuff, and they know that's pretty much all they know. I don't really tell them about whatever else I do because it's pretty much none of their business. But yeah, he was pretty like, just blown that me and we worked on this project.
I remember going
Yeah,
to
it is like surprising. I think like how many people know of Chaos, even if they don't play VNs. Like,
Yeah, right.
you know, normally, even if they're really really had such a wide impact as far as like a VN could go. It's like, I mean, I think like it's about as like, it's kind of interesting because like sometimes people say like, oh, like Chaos is niche, and I'm kind of like,
Absolutely
for a
not.
VN, for a VN, it's about as popular as you could hope to get.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
Yeah, okay, what's the next question? Was the art direction for Katawa Shoujo inspired by any specific anime or VN?
Yeah, a lot of popular VNs. Like we
Yeah, a
talked
lot of
about,
popular VN.
because like we wanted to be like, you know, like them, I guess. Because well, we were like beginner artists, so like.
Are you talking about the concept or like the art? For the art, yeah, it's a whole bunch of different like
VNs.
amalgamation of different visual novels that we were into.
Because like we were fans
do,
of
like,
them, we liked the
play
art too.
stuff.
Yeah, so like.
Yeah.
I
A lot
guess
of too
it's like
hot.
basically it was just like we're inspired by visual novels, and so we were all just visual novel like fans making a visual novel, right? Right. So I think that makes
Yeah, hold on.
sense.
Actually, I'll post something real quick. Let me just get it up.
Yeah.
I've just got a lot of.
That's right. We had those big inspiration things too.
Oh yeah, you could put up the inspiration chart.
I'm kind of scared of copyright, but yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't want to get like.
Wait, I'll
yeah.
just
Just
link
pictures.
this.
I think it'd be fun.
I'll just link this. This was like when I was coloring one of the sprites. This was all the like references I had in the background.
Oh yeah, because they're like a variety of. Maybe I can post this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can post
Yeah, I
that
can
because
post
it's
this.
like.
Let's see. There you go.
You can.
Oh, this is a pretty big
Yeah,
resolution. Yeah.
So this is the like coloring process of Chaos was just like referencing a lot of like.
What is this VN?
Oh.
I don't know what this is.
The I think it's a Giga. It's a Giga
Ah.
VN with I think what's a Neko, who's the person who does like the art for it is like Top 8 and stuff. I think it's them. I have a
Ah.
feeling it's what's the name? It is Necronyan. Necronyan did the art for this
It's
one.
a pretty big name though.
Neko
yeah.
Nyan. Oh,
Yeah,
thinking
and-
of that meme animator.
I think it was actually this game. I'll link it to you in.
Yeah,
Neko
because
Discord.
basically, like, yeah, we looked at a bunch of like VNs for like art inspiration. Oh,
Like a game that I don't even know if anyone remembers this. I think this was the one.
oh,
You played a
I'm
lot of
familiar with.
VNs.
Yeah, you play a lot of VNs. I'm familiar with the art,
Yeah.
but not like the game itself. It looks really nice though.
I'll just throw the
Um,
influence chart in the chat. It's on our KS blog.
Yeah, maybe we can read it. Yeah, it was a lot of like Leaf. It was a lot of I'm not sure about the male characters. I don't know. I know like you know Sae? Sae was inspired by Misaki from Darker Than Black. Remember?
Oh yeah. I
Here's
can see
a question for Suriko. Do you see it?
That. Yep, I see it. Do you guys have any strong feelings about Katawa Shoujo? potentially being the primary kicking off point for the current English visual novel writers, public artists, etc. Studio Ellen. Well, considering that I work for Katawa Shoujo from Studio Ellen, yeah, I do have some thoughts on that. Yeah, I mean, I got to some degree involved with. Can someone speak? I don't think I can actually hear anyone.
Yeah, we're listening.
Yeah,
Cool, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I mean, I guess we brushed a bit about that earlier. How a lot of the ends, I guess, got kicked off after Katawa Shoujo when it kind of proved that something with that scope,
Yeah.
from kind of a Western background can be made, and people will be interested in that. I actually got involved with Salty Studios on a couple of the VNs that kind of came about after that. And they were great guys to work with. We did First Snow and Twofold together. And through them, I got to know Studio Ellen, and currently working on a VN called A Dive in Blood. And the guys in charge of Studio Ellen, they were largely inspired by Katawa Shoujo to make their company. So it's all kind of come full circle. So it's really, really cool to like be working with people, and it's like, oh yeah, you worked on Katawa Shoujo. Like, I love that game. That inspired me to do this thing. It's like, yeah. So it's really cool to see how far-ranging Katawa Shoujo's been for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like, for example, with some of the, like, Studio Elan devs, like, they weren't even, like, weebs before they played KS, so it was, like, KS was the intro to, like, full anime things, and I mean, it was, like, for a while, it was, like, you know, very, like, Babby's first VN, like,
Yeah.
like, like, a lot of people were playing KS, I mean, probably just because, you know, I think it was...
a weeaboo pipeline.
Yeah, I mean, because it's just got such a crazy synopsis, right? Like, people are like, what? 4chan made a VN? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think
And it's not
people...
horrible.
Yeah, so I think people kind of, like, yeah, I think... Yeah, I mean, these days, I don't know if Chaos is, like, still the, like, gateway to VNs for people. I think that might be, like, Doki Doki Literature Club. That might be like, Valhalla.
I think it's kind of like how Evangelion was a big intro to anime for a very particular generation of people, but nowadays it's like no one watches it much anymore. I think it's kind of the same for Katawa Shoujo. Like, for a particular window of time, it was that window into that subculture. Now it's more, as you say, like Valhalla, Doki Doki Lit Club, that kind of thing.
There's like other
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of course it's nice. But, you know, because I think, like, you know, for us, like, we had our games that we played when we were, like, getting into VNs. And so it's nice that, like, Chaos is, like, something that gets people into VNs. Hold on, I'll go to the next question. Sorry, I just gotta scroll off a bit. Someone asks me, where did I learn to render my art? That's not being answered. Yeah, in the, like, VN mines, like, coloring
I remember,
people's...
like, when you were in college, you, like, asked to take a picture, like, I sent you a picture of myself, right? And you're like, you painted me in acrylic. I was like, huh. I mean,
I don't even think I was in university then. I think I was like in, like, high school, and I was painting.
Oh yeah, you were, like, painting me.
Like,
I was like, it's pretty good. I mean, I think you were all really pretty talented when you were, like, in high school. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually studied, like, oil painting at university. But yeah, like, I do think, like, with KS, like, it really helped us learn to render, because... And not just, like, KS, all the projects we did before as well, because we were always, like, swapping our line art and, like, you know what I mean?
We had this thing, because, like, when we played, like, visual novels, we noticed, like, a lot of them seem consistent, right? We're like, okay, in order to be consistent, we should have one line artist, one coloring person, or, like, make it similar, you know? So we had this, like... We didn't know what to do, but we just had this idea that, like, we should make it similar, you know? Because I think these
Yeah.
days, like in mobile games, like let's say Grand Blue Fantasy, a lot of the characters look pretty similar because they have this like production thing going on, like doing line art, similar
Yeah,
coloring
yeah.
artists. Yeah, like
Mm.
since we were young, we didn't know what we were doing, but yeah, we tried, you know.
I think we had a rough idea
Yeah,
of
a
how
rough idea.
it was
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
And
So
like
we
I
had,
think
we had no
it's-
guidance.
No.
It's
I
crazy.
do think it kind of worked out because I think the thing with KS is it's like consistently inconsistent. If you get what I mean, like I think it's really hard because like there's some games, there's some EVNs especially like where they just like get different artists to draw the CGs, and it's really easy to tell. Oh, this person did this CG. You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
person did this CG. But because like most of the KS CGs had like 3 people work on them, it's like actually pretty hard to to tell who did what.
Yeah, well, yeah. These
because-
days in production, they do that because in like most professional productions, they try to mix it up so you can't tell who drew it these days. It's so that like if someone like leaves, they can always replace someone. That's just the current
Yeah.
way how production works now.
It is kind of like that, like, I guess with, like, VNs, they usually have, like, a line artist and then, like, a whole bunch of colorists.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, what's the next question?
I pasted some
Any-
onto the chat.
Any plans on remastering any artwork for Katawa Shoujo? Console
No.
releases?
No.
Yeah, no.
No, that's a,
Like I
that's a
probably
very
draw
straight
it as
no.
like fan art, but not like I wouldn't implement it or anything. I just
Yeah,
Yeah,
if I'm
no.
like,
drawing
if somebody
fan art.
commissions me to redraw a CG, I'll do it. But I
Yeah.
don't think there's gonna be a remaster of the game.
No, I think it's
Yeah.
fine the way
It
it
just-
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
It's just-
Katawa just being like, as it
Mm.
was in that period of time where we were all at, kind of thing. I think that's
Mhm.
ruined a bit if you remake the game to
That's
modern
true.
sensibilities.
Well,
Yeah.
remake is kind of tricky though, cause like you can either fans they like nostalgia or they like I don't know. It's really tricky. Yeah. I
Legit.
yeah.
Time to commission each CG.
no. But yeah. No. I got other stuff in my schedule, so it'll be difficult.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting when you think about games that get like remasters, like some of Ryukishi's games, and it's like people like his art better. I feel like than a lot of the like redrawn.
Yeah, but like
Oh.
I don't know. I think I'll still play remakes though because like I want to support them, but that's pretty much it.
Mm.
Mm.
So the next question is, which of the character designs were hard to nail down? Obviously, all the main 5 designs had direct inspiration from the page, but what about Hisao and the side characters?
I think for Hisao, I started that off, didn't I? Like
Yeah, you drew
I
the
was
eye
doing
patch.
I was
Hisao,
doing
yeah.
the roughs first, but we didn't know what direction to take, so I was just doodling whatever, and then letting people decide on what they wanted him to be in the end, and then ultimately we decided with whatever he is now, based on.
I remember I added the. I think. I actually I can. I'll post some stuff in Discord for Weee to put up.
So,
And I think originally there was like a few different like I think. Or maybe it's in the.
So
probably in
Rika,
the
how
folder.
was it decided that he got his heart condition? Like, do you know who?
Yeah, how was
What?
that decided? The heart condition.
It was mainly, I think, we wanted something that was mostly internal, and so that was kind of like a contrast to a lot of the girls' problems.
Right.
And
Oh,
something that
okay.
was kind of life changing. So basically, and having like the heart condition was a good like, it would always be a problem for him, and it was easy to call back to during the script.
So hold on.
Well-
Yeah. Okay. So I think this was a different. Hold on. I'll share this with you. I think this one was like
Just
the
put something
other.
quickly in the chat. Will Katawa Shoujo have a sequel? No, it will never have a sequel. Carry on.
Yeah, I think this was the other. Like, 'cause I remember Gabby did like a couple of sketches, and this was like the one we didn't go with. Was this like this guy? Like, imagine chaos with this guy as the like
yeah.
antagonist. That's such a funny thing.
Hey,
to
look, I was just
imagine.
doing whatever.
Dang, it's got a
This is
different
edgy as hell.
vibe. It's got a different vibe.
I was doodling whatever. Okay, like I'm fine with
It's
it.
bad. I'm just saying he's got a different vibe to him than the current. So.
Yeah.
Edgy cell.
And then
Edgy cell.
yeah, he's got a little bit of a different vibe. And then there was this. Then there was this one where it was like the different colors of hair we could have gone with. Imagine if he had that
Mm.
like blue hair. That's so funny.
Oh my
Or
god.
the white hair.
Oh yeah, let me post that up.
Yeah, post that.
There you go.
I think brown worked well. I'm glad we went with that.
Yeah, brown's probably better than like maroon or like purple.
Mm.
Yeah.
If
And
it's
then-
tasty,
and then-
tough, rounded look.
And then I think we added the like
I hate no,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no, not
yeah.
okay. Okay, yeah.
okay, yeah, I was like, I can't say okay.
Okay, well, she
Wow.
just said it. That's fine. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was the final one. Like, I
let's
think
see.
I like photoshopped the ahoge on. 'Cause,
Oh, you added a little
yeah, and the
Twirl.
little
Oh, we
like
made
he's
it
like one.
less twirly later. Yeah.
That is such an obviously like.
The added drawing. It's like just there.
I like his design though. Turned out well. Sort
Yeah.
of memorable, but not weird looking. He's very kind of like a person.
I feel like his hair has like. Does anyone else agree? Like his hair has a slight green tinge to it. It's like greeny brown. Is this
A very
just
slight
me?
tinge.
Like sort of
Yeah.
green.
Yeah, it's like a beige greenish, yeah, but yeah, I think it worked out, so yeah. Yeah, it
It's
looks
so
like
funny looking at some of these.
we can cover one more question I got just now. 1 second. Here's our last question. Our last question. You guys can read it for me.
Oh, that's long.
What the heck?
Okay, I'll read it. I'll read it.
Wait, your internet is dying. Wait. Your internet
Maybe
is
someone
dying.
else should read
Wait,
that.
okay. Moekki, can you read it for
Um,
me? Or you Suriko, yeah, you can read it for me.
I can read it.
Oh, okay. Right.
KS cannot be replicated in today's age, that's for sure. Did you guys initially hesitated to reach out to other artists before working on the VN? Currently, social media has many problems like reach and moderation, so I'd love to know how you guys understood the internet interaction back then. Thank you.
The internet was really the Wild West back then. It's kind of difficult to describe it for modern audiences. There was so much less
Yeah.
moderated, less centralized. Like, there wasn't like a big platform that everyone went to talk about something. It was scattered across different forums and things like that.
Like, I feel like back in the day, you had to reach out to people. Like, these days, you
Yeah.
just like, you just join Discord. It's like, okay, you're in the,
Yeah.
you're like one of the many people in the site that's Discord. But back in the day, you had
There's
to
no
like,
Twitter.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
Twitter too. It's like, you just join a little group and you don't say anything. But back in the day, you had to like go out to do it, you know?
Like with when I originally joined KS, like I mean, it's the same story for you. Like we had to go to these random janky forums that someone set up.
Like, I remember you
And
mentioned like
post
the
on
Rampie forums. Like, wow, that's like nostalgia. Because like me and
Yeah.
Moekki and Gabby also went to the Rampie forums to like look at what other people were making, what kind of games they were making too. And that's how I was like into like the programming stuff. And like we were into like see what kind of code they did. You know, how to like, those were the old days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I can
Yep.
hear you.
Gotcha.
And I don't know, my computer sucks. My laptop broke, so I'm stuck with this. Yeah,
Yeah.
sadly.
But yeah.
I think the scene used to be there used to be a lot more emphasis on like blogging, for example. Like there were like really popular anime blogs that would like stuff like there was really popular anime blogs that people would like review each episode as it aired. Like Random C, for example, Random Curiosity. There used to be like blogs that would also blog about like the ends, and people would like read the synopsises on the blog because like they weren't translated. So like people would read. I remember there was a blog that was like blog posting about like Too Hot to. And like yeah, forums were really big, like the Anime Suki forums.
Yeah.
That was a big.
Yeah, I went to a lot
And-
for anime forums too.
Yeah.
And like they're like subreddits and such, right?
Yeah, now there's
Forums
like
are dead
Reddits now. There's Reddits and
Yeah, it was
Discord,
like Reddit.
Yeah.
but it's not as like now it's pretty like I don't know how to describe it. It was more niche back then. I'm not sure how to describe it.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to explain now, like how things are. It's not the same.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's not the same. Yeah, it's not
I
the
think
same.
back then it was-
distribution,
It
like,
really was like the
nowadays-
Wild West back then.
Yeah.
It's like to install a game, you just download an Xcube or some rando website, and the patches you'd have to go to the website again and download the patch when it came out. It's not like now where you just go to Steam or itch and get like a curated program. They really
think
is a very different landscape.
Yeah. I remember some of the very first like VNs, if you want to count it, I played were like the ones on the Newgrounds.
Oh yeah, Newgrounds. Like yeah, we played like
like
because
the-
Newgrounds had a lot of like Flash games or like
yeah.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
the Love Hina Date Sim and like
Oh,
Gal-
God.
it was like
Oh my God,
Galaxy
it was like a Flash-
Angel.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was like Galaxy Angel Date Sim.
Mm.
Like some of the things I played. And like yeah, like a long time ago.
Yeah, everyone remembers Newgrounds. But I was like,
Who doesn't? Newgrounds was the
they stand
the
for like.
place, man.
Yeah.
The
There's
place.
a really I have a really
Millennial
funny piece
growing
of
experience.
Mhm.
I have a really funny piece of like trivia about the Love Hina Date Sim. So the like title screen like music of the Love Hina Date Sim is like I think it's like a 20-second riff that's like and that's
Why
like
do you
that was
even
taken.
remember this?
I vaguely remember it.
Okay,
Like,
and that was taken from an Australian like musician called Ben Lee from a song called
Oh.
"Cigarettes Will Kill You." It's about like how smoking kills you.
what?
Right.
The heck?
How do you
I did
know?
not know
That's
this.
so specifive.
Because the
That's
devs were
insane.
Australian, I think.
Oh,
Like they
That's
used
so
Ben
funny
Lee.
though.
The Love Hina Date Sim. They used the like opening riff to it.
what? But
Mm,
yeah, and it was different,
Yeah.
and I guess these days for artists, I feel like devs probably reach to artists now rather than artists going to devs. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
I think also nowadays there's a lot more restrictions and such too. You know,
In terms of
Yeah.
there's a lot more
yeah.
restrictions.
I
So
mean, look at Katawa Shoujo on Steam. Like, that was pretty heavily kind of cut down to get on
Yeah.
Steam.
Oh yeah, we
Right.
had to because it was the Steam version. They're pretty strict about stuff. I added like certain clothing on some characters because like yeah.
yeah, things had to be like changed because yeah,
Mm,
Regulations.
restrictions and such.
For example, this
so it's
CG,
very different.
yeah, I just like buttoned up her shirt because it was like open. I guess it wasn't like
Yeah.
Yeah.
lewd or anything, yeah, but you just gotta follow
You don't want to
regulations.
take chances with.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, there's been quite a lot of people saying like, oh, like Steam allows all kinds of content. Why don't you just put it on as it is? And it's like
You can't.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
you
You
can't.
can't.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
cause it's a
Nah.
high school setting. You
Especially with
can't do
Emmy.
it. Yeah, just like yeah, they have like a zero tolerance policy as far as like certain settings go. So it's like
Mm.
you know this is what we had to do to get it on the platform.
Well, for the burn
Mm.
CG, I think it's good to show her burn stuff. Like for some of it shows like you know, but it's
Mm.
like yeah, this is okay because it shows her trauma and her scars.
Mm.
Yeah.
But then like for like this one, I just like added her clothes. You know,
Yeah.
just like as the last.
It's
minute.
kind of it's kind of funny because like when you actually go through like the Steam, like when you're
Yeah.
like submitting your game, like they actually say like in a thing they say like if you try to submit your game with like adult content, they say like you know if you try to submit your game and you try to do like the 4,000-year-old like high school kid, we will not accept it. Like they actually like give examples like that and they just say they'll reject
That's,
it.
I think
2000-year-old.
that's crazy.
Yeah, but
Yeah, like
That
they write
is
it in like the
crazy.
And they actually give
Wow.
like examples. Like I don't think I can like I won't say like too much because
Yeah,
you know
for sure.
I don't want to give out
An NDA,
Steam's
yeah.
details.
Right,
But
right. Yeah.
like they do like give you examples of like this game is like a mature game, and then like they say like, you know, elf love sim. This is an adult game. Like they give you examples of those.
Mm.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, it rubs me the wrong way. Like, this is a personal thing, but it just rubs
Yeah.
me the wrong way when there's like people tell you what you can't and
What
can't
you-
write
Yeah.
and whatever it is. Yeah, that bothers me. But
But
that's
I
a whole
guess there's
different
always,
thing.
you know, but to make a Steam version, we had to make some adjustments. so
Yeah, like because like the thing is they don't like if you mess up, they don't like say, oh, here's where you messed up, resubmit your game. They just say your game is banned, do not reappeal. If you
Well,
try to reappeal,
Yeah, that's the
with
worst
the
thing.
you know they just say we will ban you again. You know.
like
Yeah.
for example, the Kenji leaf thing, like he has a golden leaf, right, in the original version, but in the Steam
Yeah.
version it's all blacked out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all blacked out.
Yeah.
They did that for the
My son, they ruined him. No.
Look
I've done.
how
think they
they
did that for
massacred my son.
They ruined him.
Yeah.
My boy.
Actually, I think I stole that strap from some of the like what is it, like the action Taimanin games. Like they
Mm.
do that. They just like do the silhouette over the sprite.
Mm.
Oh.
Also, no, it wasn't difficult to like copy the old art style to like edit it. I had some of the original layers, surprisingly. So I just like copy
I'm
pasted.
surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised. So I just like copy some line work and like moved it to the left, and that's all I did. Or like with the clothings, I had like the same brush I used way back then, or make it look similar. So I'm like, yeah. But I think I can kind of copy my own art, kind of. So yeah. It wasn't so bad.
I sort of tried to do it with like the picture I did for the countdown. I was like, oh, I should try to draw Shizune the way I used to draw
Oh yeah.
Shizune.
Well, like I think it looks like an improved version of Shizune. Yeah. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we can probably end the stream soon because we answered a lot of the questions that like we got is pretty much like connected to all like others.
Mm.
So I think we can like end it pretty
Yeah.
soon. Yeah. So what you guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Complete. But you guys have any
Complete.
like thoughts or any closing thoughts you guys want to say or?
Yeah, let's do another stream sometime if we feel like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know.
There's a lot of work. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of work.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, good too.
like
It's been nice
it was-
watching people like stream it, and I've re-experienced the whole thing through fresh eyes. And
Yeah.
see how
it
well
was-
it holds up. Like it's
we
still
got
a
Steam.
really nice
mm,
story.
We got Steam Deck verified this morning, so that's nice. So it's
Wow.
actually
it
like
got
quite
verified?
difficult to get. Yeah, it got verified, so that's good.
Good.
Well, that's
Alright.
cool. That's
Hmm.
nice.
Finally.
Finally. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
imagine
Yeah,
it's a pretty annoying process. So
I hope we can get like achievements for the Steam build. We'll just have to see how that goes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think like we never really done art talk about like the KS because it was mostly like the writers that were interviewed. So I wanted to try out the artists talking, and I think you know I enjoyed it. So I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it too. You know, and thanks for coming, you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
For
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks
for
for
watching.
watching,
Thanks for coming.
everyone.
All right.
Thank you.
Anyway, I'll end the stream now. So thanks for coming, everyone. You know.
Yep. Thank
Alright,
you.
Great.
See you,
Thank you.
everyone.
alright, bye-bye.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.